Hey everyone, Terry here. Now, before we get started with this episode, I just wanted to address a couple of things. One, I know you're used to hearing Sage do this bit, but he needed a break, so here we are. Two, the winning host for last episode, episode 7 of World of Disc Talk was... Oh, that can't be right. Oh, well, the winner was me, Terry. Thank you all so much for the point. Thank you. Now, don't forget, at the end of this episode, run to social media, let us know who deserved the point for this episode. It's not a popularity contest, but whoever you think deserved the point for this episode, let us know. We are in it for the world of Diz Talk, Diz Talkie, and we're having a great time. So thanks so much for listening, and enjoy the show.
Walt Disney presents
Diz Talk, Season 2. And here they come now from the depths of your imagination. Breea,
Hi, Diz fam.
our Disney Princess Bippity Breea.
Thanks for soaring with us.
Terry,
Hey everyone,
he's a talented teddy bear, the most dapper fella.
keep moving forward.
Liz,
Hey, hey!
an expert in food and magic, Chim Chim Churro.
Meet me at the churro cart.
And Sage, hey party people, our entertainer full of Disney dreams and jokes, Sage Starkey TV.
Make magic and keep laughing.
Please keep your hands and arms inside the podcast at all times. And enjoy the show.
Moving right along in search of good times and good news with good friends you can't lose. This could become a habit, and that's all I'm going to sing because I don't want copyright claims. So, hi everyone. Welcome to the world of Diz Talk. I am your host, Breea. I know, it's shocking. It's not Terry this time. It's me. And I thought that maybe today we could celebrate the wonderful world of road trips in honor of the spring break season? ? But first, let's go ahead and say hello to the others. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Just eating some late night Wendy's. This podcast is not sponsored by Wendy's.
Oh, but if it could be, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, Wendy's, you know where to find us.
I
Where
Does it have to be Wendy's?
Okay, listen, the Wendy's, like, that's 2 steps away from me, is awful. Okay, that's all. You guys don't know.
Wow,
where you
well, there
live,
goes our
so.
sponsorship.
yeah, cool. Way to go, Breea.
I would rather eat McDonald's than Wendy's.
There really goes our
Interesting.
sponsorship. I do like Frosties. Okay, so how's everyone doing?
Off to a great start.
I'm so good at reeling everyone in and keeping us on
Oh
track.
man,
It's fine. We doing great? We doing fantastic?
Yeah,
so good.
I'm pretty good.
So good.
Oh yeah. I'm about to. We've kind of doubled up this week because I'm finally, after I think, oh gosh, since even before the pandemic, I'm gonna take a real vacation.
Yeah, you are.
Which is gonna be a lot of fun, especially after the 9 months of star cruising. We're gonna go take a vacation, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yay!
Yeah.
You deserve it, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Definitely.
Thanks.
You gonna relaxy on the beach or?
I'm gonna do my best. You know, there are still certain outfits that I have to fit into, so I can't. And those outfits aren't flexible. In fact, a lot of them are very, very hard. So I have to still be mindful of certain things, but I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna drink all the things. I'm going to but it's an all inclusive, so that'll be fun. So I can put away my wallet, which is, as a performer, is always nice to do.
Yes.
Do you know how to relax?
No, because
I feel like that's gonna be actually hard for you.
It's
yeah,
gonna be the worst vacation ever because he's gonna do nothing.
I
Well,
know.
I like have to like eat, like my brain always has to be like just doing something. So I'm either gonna watch a lot of like fun movies while I'm sitting on the beach, like with my phone and my headphones in. I don't do well with audiobooks or like reading books. Or like it'll be like the time that like I get to like create new stories and like write. I like to write
I feel that.
sometimes
Yep.
on the beat, like so that'll be fun, coming up with some new projects and coming up with ideas so that way when I can return, I'm ready to execute those ideas.
Nice.
Yeah.
You would
Love it.
really relax.
I mean, I don't know if those ideas are going to be great because it's an all inclusive and the alcohol is free. So they might not be great ideas, but they will be ideas.
I'm expecting lengthy text messages from you, and you're like, guys,
Yes.
I've got it, and then it's
Like
just
the
gonna be like
Encanto
the
recap?
novel.
As long as you're open to it. As
Oh,
long as you're open to-
absolutely.
Yep.
You know me.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Expect the worst.
I'm so excited.
Drunk
Yeah.
text the whole time.
Yeah.
We're like, go to bed, Sage.
Guys, hear me out. Hear me out.
Ellen's
no
an
pants
energy
again.
adventurer, but
Yeah, that's right. The Star Cruiser, but every character is Pepe the Frog.
Yes.
and
I
the
would
only
go.
human is the captain.
Wait, what?
And the captain is played by Joan Cusack. And-
I'd pay double for that, actually.
Yeah, $1,000, absolutely.
actually, she'd actually be a phenomenal captain. If they were going to
She
do a
would
movie
be.
of this,
So
she'd be
Yeah.
pretty phenomenal.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Liz,
All
you've
right.
got some news to share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Mickey Mouse like steal something very dear and precious to you?
Yes, he said my name in the most recent Mickey cartoon.
Liz.
It's not really a Mickey short because it's like 20 minutes long. Maybe it's longer.
Right.
But it's the wonderful world of spring on Disney Plus. And yes, there is a part where he screams literally chim chim churro. And somebody commented on one of my TikToks and they were like, "Hey, your name is in the new Mickey cartoon." And I at first thought it was like one of those like like spam people that are like, promote your picture on whatever, and I was like,
Mickey Mouse would spam you.
it was so weird. And then someone else reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, Mickey says your name." And I was like, "Oh, he must say like a whole list of names and he says Liz."
Yeah.
So I was like, I better go watch it. So I pulled up Disney Plus on what day was that? Saturday? And
Yeah.
I was watching it and it was like, I think it's at like the 17-minute mark or something. So like it was really far in
That
and I
is
was
exactly when it is. 17 minutes.
this
in.
he's not saying anything about me. And then you have to watch it, but he has like the first churro he ever got in Disneyland. And Minnie makes him throw it away because it's all moldy. And he runs out on the fire escape and the chimney sweeps are out there and they're like, "Chim chim churee." And Mickey's like, "No, chim chim churro." And then he runs down after the churro.
Whoa, spoiler alert. Thanks, Liz.
That has nothing.
I want you to know that episode is literally me and my husband. I am Minnie Mouse. And my husband, especially with the moving that we just did, I wanted to throw everything away. Like I was ready to just start over. Besides Mushu,
That's what
like,
that's what I do. I do the exact same thing.
I just want it all gone. I'm like, this is so annoying.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, but remember when we got this together at this place, and I want to keep this." And I'm like, oh, because you don't want to feel like the lame one in the relationship that has no romantic bones in their body. But
Oh, okay. So I'm like right splitting down the middle. I'm like, all this furniture, get rid of it. But this one ticket stub that I have from the first time I performed in this place, keeping it. But
I feel that now.
but all the furniture, all the rugs, all the decoration, toss it out.
Gone.
I want it.
Gone.
I get that. I 100% understand that.
That's really funny.
All right, guys. Before we get started, with the meat, the meat of our episode. I don't know why I said that with such.
Listen, if you're watching on YouTube, it's a lot worse than listening.
So much worse.
She's just like holding up something and just going, the meat.
of this episode.
World of Diz Talk.
Why
We
do you-
have the meats.
Oh,
Arby's,
no.
please sponsor us.
It's our fast food episode.
Apparently.
Clearly.
But since we are in the midst of the spring break season and kind of coming toward the end of it, but we're still in the midst of it. Let's be real here. The crowds have been around for like forever and a day. I thought because this is like a big improv episode, we could go around the circle and in one sentence,
Oh, no.
just one sentence, give a tip on how to beat the Disney crowds. How about we start with Terry?
Great. I guess one of my tips on like beating the crowds is like it is currently like the parks are super busy no matter what. So just going into the parks with the mindset that like it's gonna be crowded, like have realistic expectations for what you're about to get yourself into. Because that's like
Beautiful.
half the battle is I forgot we only had a sentence. So
It was a run on. It was a run on.
it was like 12 thoughts in one place.
But we
just
get it.
Have
Yeah.
the right
You didn't
mindset
announce
going
your
into the parks.
commas.
Have the
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry.
Have the right mindset. That sounds like your sentence.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Or set expectations.
Basically,
have the right mindset, semicolon, set expectations.
you're not going to beat the crowd, so just deal with it.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
That's great advice. Thank you, Terry.
It really is. That's true, though.
It really is. It's just busy, and it's been so unprecedentedly busy too. So,
Mhm.
all right, Sage, what you got?
Bring as little as possible and don't be afraid to say yes to everything.
Yeah,
Like-
what do you mean?
Beating the crowds. So like, hey, if there's a crazy crowd this way, you know, and you don't usually write It's a Small World, but it's only a 5-minute wait. Just say yes to it. Write it. That's going to be a lot of
Okay,
that's
that
going to be
makes
a lot of
sense.
fun. And by the time you get off that ride, I guarantee you, the next ride, the ride that you want to go to, is probably has a shorter wait. So just say yes to everything, and also bring as little as possible.
Very good, very good. That makes more sense. All right, Liz,
Can I have 3 sentences?
what on
Well, I
earth?
technically had 7, so you're good.
Okay, they're one sentence, but it's depending on the situation. So
You said there was one sentence, and I in my mind I thought you went, there once was a boy. It's like, oh wow,
I wrote a quick little
Diddy.
Novel.
So my advice is for Disneyland, because heavens knows I know nothing about Disney World. So the first one is, if money is not a problem, do Genie Plus.
Yeah.
If you want to ride everything and you don't care what it costs, you should absolutely do Genie Plus. The second one is, if you have small kids, be there before rope drop.
If you have small kids, don't bring them.
Don't go. Stay
I like
home.
that. I like that.
If you have little kids, because lots of times people come later, and they'll let you into the park before the park technically opens, so get there early. Your kids are waking up early anyway. Get over there, get there, and you can get a whole bunch of rides done first thing in the morning before the crowds get there. The third one is, if you aren't bringing kids and you are maybe all adults, or you have older kids, after the fireworks, the majority of people leave, and you can ride all the big rides as many times as you want until the park closes at about midnight. You can get on Indiana Jones, Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder, Space Mountain, and you can ride all of those without Genie Plus and stay till the park closes.
Yeah, for Disney World, there are similarities, but less extreme. Like, yeah, it's less crowded at the beginning of the day, and it's less crowded at the end of the day, but it's not really like, you can ride all the rides that you want, no
Right.
rules. It's
Yeah.
very much like, yeah, as opposed to waiting an hour for this ride, you might be able to wait 30 minutes for this ride, which is still #worth it, but still.
Oh yeah.
And if you can get in line for the ride even before like the 10-minute mark before the park closes, and it's still a 30-minute wait, they will let you stay in the line for it. So you
Yes.
not only will have a shorter wait, but you'll be able to stay till after the park closes.
Yeah, that's how I spent New Year's Eve of 2020. I hopped in line for Flight of Passage and got on
Yep.
the ride in 2019 and got off the ride in 2020.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
It was super
That's
cool.
so neat.
It was really cool. Like literally
Goals.
when the ride like shut down, it didn't shut down. When it ended, that's the word I'm looking for. The cast members came over the intercom and they were like, "Well, Happy New Year, everyone. We made it." And
Oh my
it was super cool.
gosh.
It
Oh,
was a
that
good
gives
time.
me chills. I would love to fly into the new year on a Banshee.
It was a good
That's very
time.
cool. But I also think is just for this tip as well. Isn't there like a thing that you can do if you're going to Galaxy's Edge? You can also make reservations for Oga's Cantina after the park is closed.
Yeah. That's
Which is
true.
which is very cool. So
Really?
yeah. So if you make let's say the park closes at 9, which I think 9 it usually does close at 9. You make a park for Oga's at 9:30.
Who can
and-
get an Oga's reservation? Because I
Um,
never see them.
It's like if you can get one.
Do those
yeah.
exist?
if you can
Yeah.
get one, you can basically you can go to Oga's at you can still only stay in there for 45 minutes, but you basically have Galaxy's Edge to
That's
yourself.
Cool. I didn't know
And
that.
and you can take, obviously, once your reservation's over, the cast members kind of quickly try and get you out of Galaxy's Edge, but they're usually super kind and will let you take a couple pictures in front of the thing by yourself and the Millennium
Oh my
Falcon.
gosh, I'm like getting notes from our own show now. I'm like, ride Banshee into New Year, go to
Oh
Oga's
my
Cantina after
gosh.
closure. I'm
You're
so-
welcome, baby.
So glad I brought up this little game. I'm so good.
What's your one sentence, Breea?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one sentence.
Yeah, you guys have done a really good job. Thanks. Mine is literally find shade and stay hydrated.
Ooh, yeah, those are very important.
Like, and now I'm gonna continue on with my sentence because all of you did too.
I know, it's fair.
I mean, it like I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but like I think when we are so focused on like getting on rides during the day and standing in lines, we tend to like not listen to our bodies as well and like figure out like, hey, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. Maybe the reason that I just snapped at my 3-year-old is because I am super cranky and I had rope drop. So just listen to yourself.
I've
Listen to
never-
what your body needs.
I've never been hungry at a Disney park, but I imagine that if I were to be, that would make me quite cranky.
Breea, what is hungry?
I know not of what you speak.
Oh goodness. All right, guys, time to have us a little road trip. Ooh.
I was glad you that's what you chose to start that with. That was good.
Yeah, right? I
Okay,
have
but-
big brain, big wrinkle brain.
Picture us on a road trip.
BB,
Oh, that should have been our episode.
That would be a trip.
Oh
It-
gosh.
Definitely.
guys, I don't do well with actual road trips. I
Same.
You're
I-
alone with your thoughts in the back seat and you can't take it.
no, I literally. Oh gosh, the furthest I'll drive is from Orlando to Miami. That's about.
Oh
4
my
hours.
gosh, are you kidding? I'll have to
Any-
tell you my road trip story sometime.
Any further than that, I'm like, nope, I'm flying. If I'm
I
not,
literally was gonna say our road trip would be the 3 of us and Sage on a plane being like, I've been here for 6 hours.
I'm
and
not
nothing
flying.
happened
I'm not leaving.
Good point.
Damn.
there we go.
Well, don't worry. We're not going to be in the car, but 4 of our favorite Disney characters are going to be.
4.
So, 4. Just
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So, in case you guys are just now jumping in to World of Diz Talk, 1, what are you doing? Go back and start from the beginning. But 2,
Are you in here?
are you in here? I'm just kidding. You can stay for the rest of this and then go back and listen from season 1. But in season 1, every now and then we did storytelling episodes where basically we take 4 of our favorite, or just random, basically, Disney characters, and we put them in a role-playing situation. So in the past, we've done a zombie invasion with Disney characters, and we've also done Friendsgiving, which I still quote to this day.
Oh, and don't get me wrong, things got dark both times.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Zombie apocalypse and Thanksgiving dinner equally as dark.
Yeah,
Trigger warning on this episode.
Absolutely. So maybe everything's gonna go really smooth sailing this time. But
Doubt it.
yeah. But this time we're putting our characters on a road trip. So, what I did was a little different. And if you're following us on Instagram, you already know what's coming. And if you're not following us on Instagram, we are World of Diz Talk. So go check us out. But I ask you guys to give us some suggestions for characters that the hosts have to use
Oh boy.
in their travel party. So that means
Oh.
I only told each of the hosts to pick 2. But I'm going to assign the other 2 based on your guys' suggestions.
Oh.
So,
Perfect. Okay.
yes, Sage, what's up?
I did not watch Turning Red.
Yeah, okay, so we had one, and I had asked Sage beforehand if he had watched Turning Red, because we have one of our listeners was very, very excited about the idea of Abby being a part of this, but none of us have watched that yet. That is a mission of ours, and then during the next time we do our storytelling episodes for the future, we will add Abby to that mix.
It will
So-
inevitably be something I watch while I'm on vacation. Because,
Probably.
because nothing says all inclusive like girls getting their, all right, moving on.
Don't even. This is not how we're starting. So I wish I could have taken all your guys' suggestions. They were all really good, but I'm just doing like a little here and there. But I'm about to announce who's gonna be in your car, guys. Are you excited?
Yeah,
Like-
so should I be numbering this like usually?
Yes. They are gonna
Okay,
be numbered.
I didn't clean up my
1.
car. Give me a minute.
Yeah, you should get on that.
Yeah.
So they are going to be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, because the numbers are going to be very important, because we will call on certain characters to do certain things during this adventure. So, Sage, you're actually going to go first. Are you ready?
Yes.
So I will give
gosh.
you your first 2 characters, and then you will give me 3 and 4. Okay?
Okay.
So your first character was given to you by I Am Geek Show.
Oh, thanks.
And he has given you, or they have given you Jar Jar Binks.
Oh my gosh. It's like they're trying to get all the Star Wars people to hate me.
I hope Jar Jar better die early on in the road trip.
Hey,
Whoa.
you know what's fun? What's funny is that the people when it first came out hated Jar Jar Binks, but like this new generation of Star Wars, they actually enjoyed the prequels, which is very interesting to me.
No.
The people. Okay, all right.
Moving
Well,
on.
we're gonna give Jar Jar a fair shot here, guys.
Good thing I didn't get him.
Thank you for your suggestion.
All right. The second one is from our listener, Amber. Amber
Hi,
and
Amber.
Bree.
Hi, Amber and
And
Bree.
she has given you, your second one is Hades.
Lucky.
Cool.
Mm.
So you have Jar Jar Binks and Hades from our listeners. So,
Polar
Oh.
opposites. Okay.
Okay.
so now you give me 3 and 4.
All right. Oh, I wrote down 3 characters. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to choose. Okay. I have numbered my 3 characters. I'm gonna let you guys choose.
I see how it is.
Okay. Liz, pick a number between 1 and 3.
I was gonna say 72. 3.
Okay. All right.
It's like
So-
a different one.
Well, why'd
Oh.
you pick?
So my third character is Yzma, but as the cat. It's Yzma Cat.
Oh my gosh.
That's
awesome.
so specific. I love it.
Yeah.
Gotta cross
Okay.
off one of my options. Okay, fine.
He's the cat.
And Terry would choose between 1 and 2.
Let's go with number 1.
All right, and so my 4th character is Mary Poppins.
That's so funny. That was actually a suggestion as well.
Oh, great!
Yeah. So, but I picked Jar Jar over it. So
Yeah.
I'm glad she's still on your team. So
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So
I think it was no, it was actually multiple people that did it. Yeah.
great. So I have Jar Jar Binks, Hades, Yzma Cat, and Mary Poppins.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Such a good team.
Yeah,
All
why
right,
not?
Terry, we're moving on to your team.
Oh boy.
Your first character was given to you by Bobster1928. So thanks for the
Ooh.
suggestion. And you get Big Al.
Big Al, like the
Al's
Country
Toy
Bear?
Barn?
Big Al?
Yes, Country Bear Jamboree.
I think
I
it'd
was-
be Country Bear.
Fine. I was thinking Al from Al's Toy Barn.
No.
All right, fine.
We
You
can
know how
bring
much
Al
I
back.
love the Country Bears, so here we go. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm not like
the
shooting your
saddle.
suggestion down. It's
Just hate the situation it's putting you in.
I do. But thank you for the suggestion. Thank you so much for commenting. I really do appreciate the engagement.
Are you ready for your second one?
I don't think so. This is probably just payback for what I did to you last episode. So here we go.
Oh.
This is from Markness 2011.
Okay.
And he's given you Gaston.
Interesting.
Crap,
Okay.
I have that one on my list.
That's why I told you to pick multiples. So
Yep,
there
that
you
was
go.
smart.
Okay.
You've got
This is
Big
gonna
Al and
be-
Gaston.
This is gonna be a road trip. So my number 3 is Kristoff,
Oh, okay.
Aw.
and my number 4 is Frozone.
Frozone. All right. Wow.
Where is my super suit?
I just
Yeah.
wrote Frozen because I'm dumb. Hold on.
Yeah, and my 4th character is the cast of Frozen.
My 3rd character is Kristoff, and my 4th character
Just the cast of Frozen.
Is the rest of them?
is singling out. Okay. Ready, Liz?
Yeah, I'm just writing down a backup one just in case.
Okay. Sounds good. So your first suggestion comes from Caloror,
Okay.
and it is it seems suiting for you. It is Lightning McQueen.
Oh, yes. I don't know how he's gonna fit in the car, but we'll make it work.
He's
Lightning
gonna
McQueen
be
is the car.
He is the car.
That even gets a little weirder, but okay, I'm here for it.
Yeah, wait. In the Cars franchise, have we ever seen the inside of any of the cars?
Didn't we have like a huge in-depth conversation about that before, or was that a
I
fever
don't think
dream?
we had a conversation, but it wasn't like
I was probably
About-
drinking.
no, it was because you wanted to add a Tesla
Probably.
screen to Lightning.
Oh, that's
McQueen.
right.
That's
a Tesla
right
screen.
for the
For
Christmas
Christmas.
episode.
Right.
Please see our Christmas episode for reference.
That was a time.
That was
Guys,
that
that
was
was like 3 months ago. Relax.
that was also when Gaston had the clear bottom boat that you gave him.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
Oh,
You know,
Um,
because Gaston needs some relaxation here in Blue
what he
Springs.
needs. Yep.
oh.
And your second character is
Mhm.
from Mary Beth Gosnell Travel,
Okay.
and it is Esmeralda.
Oh,
Great.
That's fun.
That is fun.
And there was much rejoicing from Liz.
Okay.
The way that Gaston and Esmeralda are going to hook up.
They're in different cars.
Oh, no.
Right now they are.
Watch. No. Watch Jar Jar Binks come in clutch though with Esmeralda.
I
And
hate
to
it
think,
here.
I thought this was gonna be a nice calm road trip.
I don't know what you were expecting. It's
Misa
us.
think you a cute gypsy.
No.
Ooh.
I quit.
I quit here. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
Liz. Yeah, just
Okay. My third character is Scar.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nice.
And my fourth one, I'm not really sure if this one counts or if anybody even is gonna know who it is. So I'm gonna throw it out there, and you guys can say yay or nay.
Right.
Nay.
Nay.
Wait. So my fourth character is Regina, aka the evil queen from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, that was my jam, so I'm in.
That works.
That's fine. I know who it is. So
Okay.
okay. So for my merry band of misfits, I just chose a conglomeration of what you guys had sent me to try to make it fair. And the selections you have given me were one, Stitch, which that makes sense.
Breea
number
gets Stitch and I get Big Al.
You love Big Al.
You
I'm
do,
over here with Jar Jar Binks, buddy, so don't
Right.
even.
but you enjoy that. You immensely enjoy that. Number 2, I got Bruno.
Oh.
Which one? Luca or Encanto?
We don't talk
I'm
about
just kidding.
either one.
That was a joke.
We don't talk about it. Number 3, which this cracked me up, Mike Wazowski.
Oh my gosh. Too soon.
Yeah, it's
Just kidding.
I feel like it should be a happier occasion than it is. For context, go back, watch I'm already lost count.
Yeah, what
on it.
episode is
Episode
it?
6.
Okay, guys, are you ready for this road trip?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
So your unlikely group of characters have all gotten together. They're going on a road trip, but we've got to set the scene here. So where are they going? What is the seating arrangement? And what vehicle are they driving? So, I think for this one, we're going to start with Sage. So I didn't point the right way at all. There we go.
Okay, so all right. The questions were where are we going?
Mhm.
What's the seating arrangement, and what are we driving?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, we've all hopped in to to I don't know if you remember this. It's like it's from a Disney World maybe parade. But Hercules had a parade, and Hades had this giant. They did this motor car parade, and Hades had this giant black, kind of almost like a crazy Hot Wheel, but it was like a convertible, and it went up in the back, and these giant. Anyway, but there were flames on the side. It was black.
Amazing.
It was
I'm
black.
obsessed.
There were flames on the side of the it was crazy. It was like a drag race roadster kind of situation, except it was a drivable car with 4 seats. Soarin Hades flamed, really intense car. That's what
Love
we'll
it.
call it. But it's a convertible. It's great. And we all hop in because it's Hades' car. Hades is gonna drive. Mary Poppins is in the driver's seat because she's the most. No, she's in the passenger seat because she's the most, knowledgeable about
DJ?
destinations
DJ.
as well. She's probably the navigational one. And Yzma Cat and Jar Jar Binks are basically the children who've been put in the back.
Fair.
Yzma Cat is just pouting, and Jar Jar Binks is
Oh,
Is that it? Oh,
I just sent it. Yep.
oh yeah, that's it. That's the one.
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah. Check it out.
Wait, do they even have enough room for Jar Jar Binks and Yzma Cat in that car?
Oh yeah. They'll have room. It's okay. Because Yzma Cat is very small. But
Yeah,
Jar Jar
that's
Binks
true.
is
That's
the
true.
most excited about this road trip because they are headed to. Are we making this Disney? I don't understand.
Yeah, we can.
I don't understand.
I don't. What do you mean? We've done this. This is our third go around of.
Are we going to Disney? Are we going to like a Disney location?
Go wherever you want.
Am I going to New York? Like what? What's happening?
Going to a 3-story McDonald's.
Lucky?
We are
exist.
we are actually on our way to Port Canaveral because we have tickets for a Disney cruise line.
Heck yeah, you do.
That's where we're going, and everybody's
Yeah.
very excited. Except Ease my
Wow.
cat, who's nervous about the water.
Are you just gonna like tie Jar Jar to the top to like get him to fit in this car, or?
No, there's plenty of room for all.
I just.
I have 3 people and a very small cat.
Hercules. Hades looked pretty big in that car.
Yeah, but
Really
that's.
did.
I'm not asking for the costume character Hades.
Talking about the entity, the god.
I'm talking about.
Okay,
We never talked about what Hades is. This might be the Cheyenne Jackson Hades. We don't know. We
Oh,
don't
good
know.
point. Good point.
All right, Liz. What's going on with you guys?
All right, so it got a little weird because one of us is a vehicle.
Already?
But we have taken into consideration none of us feel comfortable riding in one of our friends. So a U-Haul was rented with a trailer, and Lightning McQueen is on the trailer.
Okay.
Scar is in the back of the U-Haul with Regina as pilot and Esmeralda as co-pilot. And we're headed for a cruise through Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, I thought you meant like a cruise.
I know.
Like you're
as
gonna
soon as I said
join.
that, no, it's a drive cruise. We want to see. They were really interested in seeing Old Faithful.
Why?
We don't know yet. That has not been revealed yet at this point.
Liz doesn't even know yet.
Just what Lightning McQueen whispered to me gently in my ear.
From the trailer.
Those sweet nothings that
Hey.
Lightning McQueen whispers.
Psst, Liz, I want to see Old Faithful. Also, it's really dark in here.
No, he's on a trailer that's hooked to the U-Haul.
Oh, so it's an open, like, got it. So it's like what you see people put either,
Like
their,
Mac.
their lawn equipment on.
No, like have
Like
you
Mac.
seen those?
Yes.
From Cars.
No.
No, because that's enclosed. She's saying
No.
that there's no
Have you ever
walls
seen
or
a
roof.
U-Haul where you hook a little trailer to the back and the 2 front wheels go on the trailer
yeah.
and the back 2 wheels pull or drive on the road and they
Wait, so
pull?
Lightning doesn't even get like a full bedded trailer?
No,
No,
he's got to
Obsessed with that.
run.
He is
running in the
petrified.
back.
He is petrified to be on this trailer right
He's
now.
He's been through
dragged
so
along.
much. He's fine now. He's freaking paved a road. He's got no problem riding on an open trailer.
All right, since we're going around in the circle and I can't point because mirroring, I'll tell you about my peeps. So I have designated Mike Wazowski as the driver because we're gonna be driving his little yellow
One
sports
eye.
car with his one. It's a big eye.
You know, depth perception is harder with just one eye, right?
It's a big eye, and it's his yellow sports car. That
The one that he couldn't control.
Well, that's because Sully was really big. We don't have any really big characters in here.
Because he has one eye.
No, he's fine. And Bruno's gonna be in the passenger seat because he has 2 eyes, so he really needs to see in the other, corner of the road. Bruno's got him. And so did the rats, just in case they need multiple eyes. And then Stitch and Figment are in the back seat, having a grand old time. And basically, we are on a road trip to Magic Kingdom because Mike has a show to catch because he is needed on the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor. But he had to go pick up Bruno from Columbia first, so it's going to be a really big drive. like a giant tribe. So
Once again, we're all based in Disney locations, and there's Liz in Yellowstone National Park.
well, we don't know where Terry's band is going.
That's true. That's true.
Come on, Terry.
Watch tell us. Why do you always sound disappointed
Because
before you start?
because indecisive. Remember, guys, I'm so indecisive. So I'm sitting here being like, I don't know any of these answers. Okay, what I am gonna say is we're gonna have Kristoff I think he's gonna be in the passenger seat of my car. He's gonna be the navigator. Frozone is gonna drive because I feel like he has to have control. That's just like, I feel like that's his thing. Though Gaston was really fighting for it. He's like, but I need to drive because I'm the most beautiful and there's 3 mirrors that I can look into to see myself. But Gaston is going to be in the back seat with Big Al, which is just rude because Big Al is a large human and would probably prefer that the passenger seat. No, he's going to be in the back seat.
He's a human?
He's not a human. He's a bear.
Right. He's a large person, entity, bear, whatever you want to call it.
He's a being. Hey, bears have rights too, Liz. All right.
Fine. He's large, and that's
Free
probably
Big Al.
rude of me. I'm done with you. Go home. So yeah, Big Al and Gaston in the back seat. What kind of car? Honestly, this is not like exciting. I genuinely was like, what car is comfortable? They're just gonna be in like a nice SUV, so like a Tahoe.
Fine.
Okay.
A Chevrolet Tahoe.
No.
It was
Does this look like a person to you?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
I do not.
Okay. So yeah, they're gonna be in a Tahoe, and I think we're gonna try to make it out to Disneyland. That's a long drive, but we're gonna try to make it out there.
Where are we starting from?
That's a great question.
I started from Columbia, so I don't know about you guys.
I didn't specify where we started.
Yeah, I started from Yellowstone National Park.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That does make sense.
We can high five as we pass on the highway.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like I definitely started from Disney World. These are all Disney World kind of situations, and we're on our way down to Port Canaveral.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Yeah, I think we'll probably just start from Orlando. Sure, why not?
I hope
Let's make
I didn't
this the
start.
longest drive on the planet.
Yeah, I think Breea wins.
Hey.
Although if I'm in Paris, that could be a drive.
Why would you put yourself in Paris?
Well, maybe we had to get Esmeralda. Isn't she in Paris? I haven't seen the movie in a while, but
Well, she was in Paris like hundreds of years ago.
So she's probably in America now.
So she's
Esmeralda's immortal. Confirmed.
Yeah, she was like, wow, Paris sucks. Going to the States.
ooh, I'd really like to see Yellowstone.
I know. You know what? My father once told me that I can have a different life in the United States of America. They've got Yellowstone.
There are no cats in America.
Oh gosh, we're starting from Radiator Springs, actually. So
Love that.
So Route 66. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, so we all know where we're going. We know what we're driving. We know where we're sitting. But we have long drives ahead of us, people. We have really long, and bears. We have long drives ahead. Your character 3 has found a nice way to pass the time. So what is it, and how do the other characters respond to it? Liz, why don't you start us off?
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Scar is my third character, and he has a little bit of an advantage because he's actually in like the enclosed part of the U-Haul, the back of the U-Haul. And so in this particular U-Haul, there is a little window that opens up to like the front seats. So he can go up to the front seats and talk to Regina and Esmeralda, but then he can also go to the back and open and look and talk to Lightning McQueen. So
Wow.
they're actually playing Mad Libs, and he brought a whole big Mad Libs notepad, and he's going back and forth getting answers from the three, and they're really excited about it. However, it is hard to hear Lightning McQueen because, you know, it's so windy when he's out there. So that presents a little bit of a challenge. So some of his answers get a little messed up, but he's still
Lightning
having fun.
McQueen, I need a verb. What?
Ka-chow!
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Why do I picture Regina and Esmeralda like getting startled every time Scar pops up and is like, noun, and they're like, oh my gosh, the lion.
No, Scar's like extra intense about Mad Libs. He's like, I need a noun. oh, yes, yeah,
now.
Yeah, statue, perfect. He disappears.
It's a jump
does not
scare
mess
every
around.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Quickly,
Mike-
a verb ending in ly.
that's an adverb.
Come
Oh.
on. Do you even English?
Do you
No,
even? Are you
I
new here?
don't. Yes.
So my third character, being Mike Wazowski, the driver, has to find a way to pass the time. So he's like practicing for his show at the Monsters Inc. laugh floor in Tomorrowland. So he's telling some jokes, and like Bruno has this like really forced laugh, like he's like, ha ha, ha ha, and Mike passes it off like this guy hasn't been out much, so that's fine. But really, what Bruno's trying to do is cover up the fact that Stitch has eaten the back couch or the seat cushion in the back. And Figment wants to tell on him, like he's trying his hardest. He's like, hey, I have something to say. And like Bruno's like doing the shoot, shh, shh, ha ha, ha ha, and laughing at Mike. And Mike's, for some reason, very distracted because he has to really focus on the road because he has one eye. So, yeah.
Great.
And Terry.
I feel like Mike Wazowski is just like this. Is never mind. I'm not gonna give you an ammunition yet. Oh wait.
What are you saying about Mike Wazowski?
Whoa. Yeah. So my number 3 is Kristoff. And I feel like Kristoff, because he didn't like grow up around humans, he grew up around the trolls. He's gonna tell stories of like folklore that he has learned from the trolls, and everyone else in the car is going to act like they're interested. Well, maybe Big Al might be asleep and Gaston might pretend to be interested, but I think Frozone is probably just gonna like be very stoic and just keep his eyes and hands on the road and wheel respectively, and just like try to block it out.
I'm really proud of Gaston for keeping interest. I
said he's gonna try.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it probably won't work out, but it's
Okay.
I give it like, I mean, granted, they have like a 3.5 million mile road trip ahead of them, so it's gonna
3.5.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a long drive.
God.
We got a lot of tails.
Fair. All right, Sage.
So Yzma cat. That's the cat version of Yzma. Just in case you were curious. So she's in the back doing chemistry because she is determined to turn back into not cat form. So
She
but
brought her poison chest.
she brought all of her like little potions, and she's trying to do all the things, but Jar Jar Binks is also in the back seat asking, trying to help because he doesn't really know any better. So, every once in a while, like Jar Jar will get, oh, let me help you with this. And then he's like, not right now. And then all of a sudden, like, Jar Jar's hand gets turned into like a fish. He's like, Misa have fish hand, and it's like, it's just like, it's just, and the back seat is just absolute chaos, and Yzma Cat is just so like Kronk is not around anymore. This Jar Jar Binks is probably her new sidekick for all she knows, and Mary Poppins and Hades are just gripping. Don't turn around. gripping the wheel, like holding on to the side, side of the just full steam ahead.
I think I stopped listening after Misa have fish hand. I can't get that.
Well, you listen. I don't hate Jar Jar Binks. I hate the situation it's put us in.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So, whoopsies. You missed your exit. Oh no. So it's number 2's job to get you guys back on track. So, how well do they do? Let's start with Terry this time.
So my number 2 is Gaston. Gaston, I feel like, he's a hunter, so he might actually be decent with directions, but I don't think he was paying attention to what was happening. So I think what is going to end up happening is we're going to have to pull over somewhere, and just Gaston is going to have to look at a map for a really long time. They might figure it out.
Can he even read? Yeah.
Well, good point. Good question. I don't know.
He's just like turning the map around and around.
He's but where are all the pictures? Like, give me the landmarks. Yeah. Why isn't there a gas station on this map? I don't know. That's probably what's going on.
That's the most I've ever related to Gaston in my life, though. Just saying.
Do people still use paper maps?
I mean, I'm sure at least one person does out there somewhere.
If you use a paper map still, can you leave us an emoji in our next... What? Is there even a map emoji? Just leave us a car emoji.
I don't know.
In our
That's a
Instagram.
good question.
Yeah, car emoji is good. Leave us a car emoji.
Car emoji if you still use a paper map.
Or if you used MapQuest ever.
Okay, I was gonna say
I definitely use MapQuest.
Yes. Yeah. And if you got off, you were like, now what? Because I figured this out at home 2 days ago.
Yes.
I guess I'm never going home. This is where I live now.
You turn into that ant from A Bug's Life. I'm lost. I don't know where to go.
Yes.
Okay, Sage, what's going on with you guys?
Well, you see, Mary Poppins is she was in charge of navigation, and she feels really bad. So she goes.
She should.
She's like, don't worry, I'll fix this. And she goes, spit spot, and she starts to travel the only way Mary Poppins knows how to travel, and so the wind just starts to pick up. The wind just gets really extreme, and then Hades is like, oh no, and then Hades' hair blows out. He's irritated because the wind, and Jar Jar Binks' crazy ears are flapping in the wind, and Yzma Cat is desperately trying to keep her potions together, and all of a sudden Mary Poppins just lifts up her umbrella, and the entire car lifts out of the air.
Wow! And
just starts to fly.
It's turning into Chitty Chitty Bang Bang real quick.
Yeah, it just starts to fly. Hey, listen, hey, Mary Poppins is magic, and it's now their car is in the air. That's where I'll leave it.
Sage can't even drive in a story. He does. He still wants to take some sort of flight.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I told you I don't do well with literature.
Liz, what you got?
So Esmeralda is the navigator, and she profusely apologizes for misguiding and missing the exit. So they pull over in a gas station, and Esmeralda, being the strong, streetwise woman that she is, just goes in and asks for directions. She's not scared, and they get right back where they needed to be, still in the U-Haul, no flying required.
Wow. You just like nip that in the bud. So
Hey, Esmeralda does not mess around, and she doesn't back
doesn't.
down. She just picks herself up by her bootstraps and fixes it.
I'm proud of her. For my character too, that's Bruno. And he's also sitting in the shotgun seat, so that's interesting. But now here's the situation with Bruno. So he saw the future, and he knew that this was going to happen. He knew that they were going to miss their exit, but he let it happen anyways because he sees Mike's future. If Mike returns to the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. And he knows that Mike will have to just tell the same tired jokes day after day, year after year, and he wants better for Mike. So because Mike fully trusts Bruno with where they're going, it's like the Goofy movie scenario where he's like, "What direction?" And Max goes left. Bruno is like, "Yeah, you're going the right way. Keep going." And Mike just doesn't even, he just blindly, no, he has one eye, he can see, but he still blindly trusts where Bruno is taking him. So
Wow.
and we'll leave it at that for now. So you guys, you've been in the car for a while now. It's been quite the journeys. But character 4 has finally snapped.
Uh-oh.
They can't take it anymore. So what happened and what do they do? Sage, start us off.
Well, Jar Jar Binks has had it.
Oh, great.
Jar Jar Binks has just absolutely had it.
Like he even
Fish
okay.
stand.
And it's just the issue is that Jar Jar Binks does not do well with heights, and he's and Mary Poppins has made that car just like absolutely fly. and he's just like, listen, guys. All of a sudden he drops his accent.
Oh, it's getting
Whoa.
real.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. He speaks perfect English. There's no Gungan involved, and he's just like, guys, listen, I've had enough. My hands have been turned into a bunch of things because of this cat. I'm flying high in the sky. I don't know what's happening. I can't take it anymore.
Hasn't he been on a ship before?
Oh yeah, no, but his species is known to be like for like water,
Okay.
that's his thing.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, yes, he does fly on spaceships, but again, not, spaceships are usually covered, right?
Right.
This is a convertible that's flying in the air
By
And
Hades
he's-
himself.
by Mary Poppins and Hades. So he says, I can't take it anymore. And he grabs the wheel and decides that he is going to be the driver now. And I'll leave it at that.
Whoa.
The driver of the car or the umbrella?
Both.
Oh boy.
All right, Liz, what we got?
Okay, so my number 4 is Regina / the Evil Queen. And you all know, if you've watched Once Upon a Time, that once she's mad, there's no coming back from that. And
That's true.
she makes heat of the moment decisions that are terrifying. And Scar is really excited because he has he wants to start another Mad Lib, and he pops through the little window and scares Regina just one too many times. She can't take it. She slams on the brakes, pulls over, turns around, rips out Scar's heart.
Oh my god.
Jesus. No, I told you, I knew this was gonna get dark. I knew this was gonna get dark.
What she does in the show.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She does do
that
that.
in the show. She takes people's hearts.
Because of Mad Libs?
Mad Libs do not make an appearance in the show that I have seen yet. But maybe season 7 holds some Mad Lib gems that I have not seen. Anyway, so Regina has ripped out Scar's heart, and she pulls out one of her little like heart box things, and she puts the heart in it, and she puts it in the glove box of the U-Haul, and she says to Esmeralda, like, remind me that that's in there when we get home.
But I want to, for people who have never seen Once Upon a Time, when she takes someone's heart out, that does not mean that they die.
Unless you're right. If she crushes it, then they die.
Yes, but
if she just has their heart, she's in control of them.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. Thank you for that clarification. So Scar is not dead, but he will be sleeping for the remainder of the road trip in the back of the U-Haul.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. So
wait, who else? Wait, who hasn't gone yet?
it's me and Terry. So
And Terry.
okay. So my character 4 is Figment. And yes, he snapped. Of course he snapped. He knows exactly that they're not on the right path to Disney World. He's been seeing the signs. He saw the signs. And he wants to get back home. Because Epcot is his home and Disney World is his home. And the Dreamfinder's not there anymore, but stupid Nigel Channing is, and he's got to get back to him. And so he finally shouts at the top of his lungs. He's like, we're not going the right way. And it's the emphasis of like, similar to, you are a toy. Anywho. And Mike turns to Bruno and is like, is this true? Are we not, it's been hours. It's almost been a whole day. Are we not going the right direction? And Bruno looks Mike deep in the eye and goes, Mike, do you trust me? And we'll leave it there.
And then the magic carpet comes in.
The magic carpet.
Oh man.
Yikes.
All right, Terry.
Okay, so my number 4 is Frozone, our driver. Big Al has woken up and has just been he's a little hungover.
Whoa.
He's a little hungover.
When did he start drinking?
You know, who knows? But
Lifetime ago, honestly.
honestly, one of the only things I know about Big Al is that he sings Blood on the Saddle. And like he ends up drunk by the end of the show at Country Bear Jamboree.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he's a little hungover. So Big Al in his hungover state just assumes he's still at the Country Bear Jamboree and has been singing Blood on the Saddle for the past hour and a half. So Frozone loses his mind.
As he should.
He, like
That's
Regina, like slams on the brakes, they pull over. And instead of saying anything, Frozone just opens the back door where Big Al is sitting and just like uses all of his ice powers to wrap him in like an ice sphere. So Big Al is just frozen in the back seat now. And Frozone looks at Kristoff and looks at Gaston and he goes, are we going to have any problems? And both of them respond with just a, no, we're good. Frozone gets back in the car and they keep on driving.
Kristoff slowly puts away his ice pick.
Kristoff probably thinks that's really sexy, honestly. He's probably like, ice.
Wait, is Kristoff and Frozone going to end up together?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh my gosh.
They actually could go together so good.
Oh,
I like
why am I
that.
shipping this?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm into it.
But like, what will Honey and Anna think?
You know, they're not in this story. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
So we've got a couple more questions here. So if we have storylines we want to start up or start wrapping up, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right.
Wait, say that again.
We have two
Two.
questions
Okay.
left.
Okay, I
Just
missed
a
the
couple
number.
questions. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So if you have anything you want to start up, anything you want to start wrapping up, just keep that in mind. All right.
Okay.
I made it a little shorter because we did a little questionnaire at the beginning. So okay. So now it's time to decide, guys. The road trip has gone askew, right? Like it's a very different than how you guys started off, what you guys dreamt it would be like. So character 1 has the power now to call everything off or to keep moving forward, as Terry would say. So, what does character 1 decide to do? And how does everyone respond? So, Liz, start us off.
Okay, so we're about 300 miles from the gates of Yellowstone. Regina has stolen the heart of Scar, and Esmeralda is pretty justifiably terrified. And she asks if they can turn around and head back. She's had enough. She's done. And Regina agrees because she'd like to get the heart into her wall of hearts before it goes bad. And Lightning McQueen is like, no, absolutely not. So he guns it and flies off the trailer and continues on to Yellowstone because that's where he would like to go. So he doesn't even say goodbye. He just pulls a Winnie the Pooh and just leaves. He's just gone. Headed to Yellowstone. He will stop at nothing to see
Live
Old
your
Faithful.
dream. Go, live your dream.
So they unhook the trailer because it's really slowing them down and they don't need it anymore. And Regina flips around that U-Haul and pedal to the metal, headed back to Radiator Springs, oddly enough, where they all left their cars when they rented the U-Haul. But Lightning McQueen won't be there, so.
All right. So, Mike Wazowski has felt betrayed by Bruno in this situation. Figment has just blown the cover. Just to give you guys a recap, I know it's been a minute. So now it's up to Stitch. Mike turns to Stitch and is like, "You've been awfully quiet." And then he pauses, and then he's like, "Did you eat my back seat?" And Stitch is like, he has like a little stuffing like hanging out of his mouth, and he like quickly slurps it up, and is like, "Oh, huh." And for some reason, Stitch convinces Mike, even after having eaten his back seat, to keep going, because Stitch has a lot at stake here with this new adventure that they're going on. Because there's really nothing for him back in the Magic Kingdom. Real touchy subject, but let's just say that a certain attraction is no longer available. So Stitch really doesn't have anywhere to go. So he's like, yeah, let's keep going on this new adventure. And Bruno goes, okay, well, as long as everyone agrees, we're going to continue on.
We're gonna have a party without you. Have you ever partied in Yellowstone?
It's a good time.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Old Faithful, man. Faithful. All right, Terry.
So my number 1 is Big Al, and he's currently a popsicle. So by the way, like, from Orlando, by this point, my merry band of people, we're crossing into like the Nevada like state line. Like, we're getting really close to Disneyland.
Lucky.
And Gaston, because Big Al is frozen, Gaston looks at Frozone in the rearview mirror. And he says, if you don't keep going to Disneyland, I will have no chance at seeing Belle again. So you have to keep going. I have to go convince her to marry me. And Kristoff, knowing the history, is like, dude, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think she is interested. And Gaston is just very adamant. He's like, but she is my love. I deserve her. So they keep going at Gaston's request.
Gosh, something has me rooting for him for no reason.
So, so Jar Jar, everybody's still up in the air, and Jar Jar has just taken the wheel and taken the umbrella
Jar
from
Jar,
Mary,
take the wheel.
and it's taking the wheel, and Hades is like, he goes, enough. He turns really, the fire. He turns red, and immediately Jar Jar, panicked by Hades, doing the whole fire thing, he lets go of the wheel and he lets go of the umbrella, and all of a sudden the car starts to fall.
No.
It just falls and it falls and it falls.
fall.
It just free falls from the sky until it slowly lands on a tall tree, and then it kind of slunks down, lands on another tree, and lands on another tree, until all the way it suddenly hits the ground, and the car is just completely totaled. But the characters, they just come out of the car. They're so disheveled. Hades, Yzma Cat, Jar Jar Binks, and Mary Poppins. It's like, what happened? What is this? Where are we? And then Yzma looks up and sees a sign that says, "Welcome to Yellowstone." And that's where I'll leave it.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh,
Oh no.
oh goodness. Okay. So, guys, we've made it. I knew we would. We finally reached our destination.
No, we didn't.
We reached a destination.
Reached a destination.
A destination. So let's give a status update of your travel party and all their endeavors. Terry, you want to start us off?
I mean, honestly, my trip was relatively uneventful, other than Big Al still being frozen. But I mean, I guess we've made it to Disneyland. Gaston
Good for you.
is sprinting towards the gates, and Kristoff and Frozone not much further behind him. And they get to the gates at Disneyland, and Gaston is sprinting, and he goes, "Belle, Belle, my love!" And then they get to the gates right up at the turnstiles, and they go to tap in with their park tickets, and they realize they didn't make a reservation. So they can't even go, they can't get into Disneyland.
No.
They can't do it. So what ends up happening, I'm just gonna keep the story going.
Yeah, go
because
for it.
what ends up happening is Gaston is so distraught that Kristoff and Frozone suggest that maybe instead of Disneyland they just make another pit stop in, I don't know, maybe like Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah. Yes.
So they get back in the car and they're on their way to Yellowstone.
Public service announcement: always make your park pass reservation.
Truth.
Yep.
Is that
All right.
Is that me?
Yep. Go for it, Sage.
So, funny enough, because all villains stick together, Hades sneaks away from the group and FaceTimes Gaston, Scar, and
Who do you want to FaceTime?
For some reason, Stitch used to be a villain. So he gets Stitch on that call as well because
Stitch just pulls out his phone from his mouth.
Stitch has some qualities and is like, hey, and Hades says, "Listen, guys, sorry to bother you, but we just got into a terrible accident. We're at Yellowstone.
We're dying.
We're at Yellowstone. We're at Yellowstone National Park. We need help. Gaston, can you help?"
Funnily enough, we are on our way to Yellowstone right now.
Wait, that's incredible. Wait a minute, Stitch, what about you? Can you help? Oh, God, that's offensive. All right, what about Scar? Well, you seem a little sleepy. Everything okay, bud?
Scar's back in Radiator Springs, so he's no help.
Got it.
He's controlled by an evil queen, so
all right.
No.
Okay.
He disconnects.
Lost call. Drop call.
Got it.
Bad connection. You're breaking up.
All right, listen. Well, we've got to find a park ranger or something, and they come across this old shack, and inside this old shack is a hooded person. We don't know what the hood is. We don't know who's inside that hood, but there's a hooded person inside there, and that's where I'll leave it for now.
All right.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Esmeralda, Scar, and Regina are back in Radiator Springs. And just to wrap up their little stories, Esmeralda decides to move into the Cozy Cone. And she becomes a business partner with Sally, and they run the Cozy Cone together.
Nice.
Yeah, she's really happy there, and they get along really nicely. So, Regina rethinks her evil ways slightly and gives Scar back his heart because she realizes that she doesn't ever have to see him again. So she gives him back his heart, and he leaves and runs away and goes to Disney World because he's exhausted. He needs a vacation.
It's that slow motion run that they're doing.
Yes.
Yes. He's going to see if there's any openings in the Lion King show.
Good for him.
And Regina,
I love that all the Disney characters are like working actors, and sometimes they book, sometimes their show closes.
It's a Roger Rabbit situation.
Yeah.
Yes. Who cares about Regina? Lightning McQueen makes it to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And he sees Old Faithful, and it just brings great joy. And windshield wiper fluid flows freely, crying, all straight joy, just so full of emotion. And he realizes that this is where he is meant to be. So he goes and finds a big like storage shed type thing, and he like crashes into the door, and he's like, "Is anybody in there? Is anybody in there?" And the big garage door opens, and who is it? It is none other than Dusty Crop Hopper from Planes to Fire and Rescue.
What the?
Dusty Crop Hopper. Oh, jeez.
The twist of the century.
AKA Dane Cook.
Oh
The
my
weirdest
gosh.
Disney voice actor of all time. And Lightning McQueen's like, "Hey, I want to stay here. I want to be part of your fire team."
Your fire team.
Dusty's thrilled. So Lightning McQueen is knighted as part of the Yellowstone Fire Station Wildfire Team. I can't remember what they call it in Yellowstone, and he lives there, and he is so happy. And conveniently enough, that's who responds to the car accident is Lightning McQueen and Dusty Crop Hopper, and they come and rescue you guys.
Oh,
You're welcome.
us?
Mm.
Oh, that's fun.
My people are there. They're also at Yellowstone. They're just having a grand time, and Mike's learning that there is more to just to life than just work. This is actually a whole metaphor for Sage. You're welcome.
It's an allegory.
Do it,
It's
do
a-
it, do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life.
But maybe that is what Mike realizes, is that he does miss he misses the laugh floor, and he's like, Bruno, I like it. I like Yellowstone and all of that. I do, and I appreciate this time, but I do need to get back home. And Bruno's like, that's fair. But Figment and Bruno, Figment and Mike Wazowski, they get in Mike's car and they go on to Disney World. But Stitch and Bruno decide that they're going to stay behind. They really like Yellowstone. And they noticed up ahead, actually, because Bruno saw a vision and felt like he needed to go address this, that there is an accident happening or has happened. Or, the vision's fuzzy. He can't tell if it's already happened or not. So they decide to go in to the forest, and they see the calamity that has ensued. But Lightning McQueen has already entered the scene. So they're like, hey, guys, you guys got it covered here? Or do you need any help? Bruno doesn't know what he's going to do. He could, send his rats to, help somehow. Maybe they can entertain with, a sketch or something. Take away the pain. But you guys good?
Yeah, no, we're good. Because this hooded figure said he could help.
And who is this hooded figure?
And then all of a sudden, this hooded figure steps forward. He takes off his hood, and it's none other than Winnie the Pooh, who says, "I am Old Faithful."
And scene.
Blackout.
All right, guys, how was that long trip on the road?
We laughed, we cried, we almost died. It was successful.
I agree.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
And we got to meet Dusty.
We sure did.
From
man.
from planes,
Trains and automobiles. 3.
the one and only Steve Martin.
Oh.
It's my favorite. So, like we like to do at the end of each episode, is answer one of your guys' questions. And this one is from our good friend Bobster, 1928. And he asks, I'm gonna redo that just in case that they're not a dude.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna answer a question from our good friend Bobster, 1928, and they ask, if you all could play any part in a Disney movie, live or animated, who would it be, and what movie do you think you could all be in together?
Oh, whoa, that's a solid question.
That is a solid question.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Okay.
Existing Disney movies?
What
feel
movie
like
are you
create
trying
our
to create?
Creator.
Cars 4. Just kidding.
Too bad it's not Mean Girls, because that's not a Disney movie, but that's what we could really be in.
All right, well, we'll start with the first question that's individual. What do we think?
A
I'll-
character in a movie.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I don't like. I'm gonna take it in the way that I'm gonna take it, which is if I were to insert myself into a Disney movie, like as Sage, like I think that I would would be a really great human in any of the Muppet movies. You know what I mean?
I feel
Like-
that.
I
feel
can
that.
totally see that. Yes.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Right. So like I'd be like, like in whatever, oh gosh, like what's a classic what's like a if the not Hamilton, if
Muppet Treasure Island.
Always Hamilton.
I was saying like if not even that, I'm trying to find like a new if the Muppets were to do Titanic or something like that. I feel like the only
That'd be a solid movie.
I feel like the role that would be a human is Jack. And I was like, I can figure that out. Or like
Did you just kill yourself off?
oh yeah. But I'm pretty sure the person that didn't let me up on that door was
Miss Piggy.
was probably Miss Piggy.
Oh, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, 100%.
It only fits
Or
more.
or I'd probably end up being the bad the bad guy, or maybe the bad guy is the human. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think I could insert myself as the human into like a Muppet movie.
All right,
Okay.
Liz. Yeah, go for it.
So I had a couple different answers for this, but I think that I would really like to be Cruella.
Liz. Gosh darn it. You're back
Uh-huh.
on that.
You guys, it won Best Costume at the Oscars.
That's why you would
That is
live
true.
in Cruella? You want to live in like a dirty attic upstairs and
No,
lose your
I didn't-
mind?
No. It would be the one with Jeff Daniels.
So she's already crazy. Got
So
it.
so
rich.
so she's crazy, but in an office.
With a cool car and a wig that's crazy.
True.
Yeah, I
True.
think that'd be fun.
For me, the character, if I had to take over a character, like I would take over Belle because I feel like I relate with her the most. We're both big readers, adventurers. I probably wouldn't fall in love with the Beast though. And I'd probably get the heck out of Dodge. The real movie that I'd probably put myself in are any of the Pixie Hollow movies. We're going back to
Oh.
my obsession with the Pixies.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
Wait, so Liz can't obsess about Cruella, but you can obsess about the Pixies?
It's a little bit more normal to want to be a pixie rather than a villain.
Are you kidding me right now? Normal? I don't want to be normal, so thank you.
Yeah, but you could be nice and not want to skin dogs.
No, mad respect, Liz. Stay strong.
Never.
Stay strong, Liz. Stay strong.
Tell that to my coat closet.
Let's see here. If I had to like take over a role in a Disney film, I have two because again, indecisive, but they're practically the same character, just in different films. If I had to pick like a character that's a little more out there, honestly, let's be real, I would be Pumbaa in The Lion King. Come on.
Let's be
Yes.
real. We would be Timon and Pumbaa.
You
Yes.
guys would so
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Wait, does that mean the movie that we're in all together is Lion King?
I mean, it
Well,
could be.
Cruella in that movie?
She could be. I guess.
It would get real weird.
But the other character that if I had to take over a character,
Listen, listen, Simba. Cruella's taking over Pride Rock.
All the lions have
Ugh.
spots.
I heard she took care of the hyenas.
Oh wait, if the lions had spots, wouldn't that make them cheetahs or leopards?
This is getting too weird. Continue on, Terry.
Too
Yeah.
real.
My other character, if I had to take over like a character, PJ from a Goofy movie,
Oh, I love it.
because they're essentially the same character, just in different universes.
Listen, he eats the best looking pizza on this entire earth.
Oh yeah,
in that
100%.
movie. Guys, this has been a show. We've laughed, we've cried,
Almost
Cast-
died.
we've casted each other in roles. All right, so, yeah, if you want to follow us, if you want to listen to us, you probably already are at this current moment, but we are on all streaming platforms and
Okay. All right.
You want to listen, but you probably already are.
This podcast is available on all streaming platforms, so tell your friends. But if you want to see our actual social media from the podcasts, where can they find us, Liz?
At World of Diz Talk on TikTok and Instagram.
If you want to reach out to us directly, where can they find us?
worldofdiztalk@gmail.com.
I was just gonna say that they should totally rate us on a scale of 1 to 5, but preferably 5. It helps us get in front of a larger audience. We are being rated on what?
Spotify.
Thank you.
And Apple Music. And also, we also got a really, really great
we did.
review. Yeah. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, definitely please review us, because we love to hear your words. And we got a really, really sweet review that was actually sent to us on our social media, and we just want to shout out
Jake Tasmic, who sent us just a really nice message about how he's stumbled upon this podcast and how we've kind of been a part of his listening family, and we're really glad to be a part of it, and we're very thankful for you guys. So
one more thing before we move on, guys, we have a YouTube channel also. So give us a subscribe on the YouTube. And if you want to know when we're uploading videos, punch that notification bell. It will give you personalized emails to let you know that when our newest video has come out. So go ahead, subscribe. We are World of Diz Talk on YouTube.
Yeah, punch it with your fists.
Got it.
And don't forget the Diz Talkie Award is still, raging on strong. So remember, it's not a popularity contest. At the end of this episode, literally, it's gonna end in like 20 seconds.
No, not yet.
The Diz Talkie Award it's not a popularity contest. As soon as this episode is over, run to social media and give a point to the host that you think deserves it. Maybe they had the best story, maybe they chose the best characters for this episode, maybe they came up with the best scenario, or maybe
you feel bad for them,
or maybe you feel bad for them.
I get a lot of pity votes, so
but you can DM any of us or the World of Diz Talk account with who you want to give your point to.
And we'll also try and put something fun in our story, so that way it's quick access to that as well. Close us out, Breea.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us on this road trip adventure, and thanks for soaring with us, which makes no sense in a road trip scenario unless you're Sage. Bye.
Bye, everyone.